here in Ghana, I look for the intelligent players, those who can showcase the skills both on and off the ball, and just to be active, to be communicative. Of course, I like strong players, direct ones, so there are many of these in the tournament. It will be hard for me to decide which one to take. Like, I want to take them to Europe tomorrow.
Alright guys, so welcome to today's episode of Sport 234. And today we are at the Achimota School Park where we'll be covering justify of a few clubs, Cheetah FC, Dreams FC, WAFA, and I think a few other clubs here in Ghana. And today we are here with...
Hi, hello everyone, my name is Ron, I'm a scout, and thank you for the invitation and call.
Alright, so thank you. How's your stay in Ghana been so far?
Ghana is amazing, really top tournament, top talents, and I'm just excited to be here. It's actually that I have to come back tomorrow.
Right. So it's already been buzzing already. What are you feeling like about the talents in Ghana already?
Well, there are very interesting individuals that, in my opinion, have to play in Europe, and our target, the scouts, is to take the best talents and to let them showcase their skills in Europe. So that's the purpose of this tournament, and I think things are going pretty well.
Alright. So what's your scope of scouting? What do you look out for when scouting a football player?
Well, it depends. Depends from each country, depends in regions, depends in style. But here in Ghana, I look for the intelligent players, those who can showcase the skills both on and off the ball, and just to be active, to be communicative. And of course, I like strong players, direct ones. So there are many of these in the tournament. It will be hard for me to decide which one to take.
Alright. Yesterday on your Twitter page, you spoke about a particular talent who might not make it into your scouting profile. What kind of profiles are you looking for?
It depends. Each position has different profile. For example, in the striker position, I like those who have presence, who are strong, a little bit bulky, and if they are pacey, it's even a big bonus movement. It really depends from between positions. But the profile, I think, in Ghana is, as I told you, the intelligence, the power, the physique. All of these parameters are important for the implementation and calculation of each profile of the players.
Alright, that's great. So I think what team of football club has excited you the most here?
I think I don't really like to mention names, but I think there is like one team. There is just way above the others, and I think it's WAFA, West African Football Academy, because you can see that they implement training methods of Salzburg in the pressing, the way they play with intensity. They are also intelligent with their decisions. You can see that they are well coached, well trained. They play with each other for a long time. And yeah, the best talents in the tournament come from WAFA. But it's really good to see all the talents, all the players. I wish to see more teams in the future in this tournament.
Right. So I know you wouldn't mention names or which particular players have excited you most, but how many players would you say have impressed you the most? How many in terms of number?
I think about 10 to 15. Like, I want to take them to Europe tomorrow. That's the intention, that's the purpose. But you know, it's not that easy to take players because there are also clubs, there are also families, there are many parameters to be decided in each group. But I hope that at least 3-4 players I can take to Europe after this tournament. Unnecessarily those who stand out, but those who have the interesting profile in my opinion. And I just hope it happens. I'm really happy to scout, to see talents. It's my first time here in Ghana, in Africa. So it's a different kind of talent, you will agree with me. But I think it's interesting to win around places, to see new places, new kind of talents, new kind of profiles. And I think this tournament is going to go. Yeah.
Alright, so hopefully we get to see your players out there buzzing and creating memories for Ghana. So what are you going to say stood out for you in this tournament? What stood out for you in this tournament?
I think they are very strong. You can see that they are very athletic, very developed, and they see the game very well. And they are very technical also. Most of the players look like midfielders, you know. Ghana is a lot of midfielders. It's like a country of midfielders. So even the right back looks like a midfielder. So you can see that they're very technical, a lot of passing. They can one with the ball very well. They can send penetrative passes between the lines, and I think that's the standout quality for the absolute most of the players. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into scouting itself. What entails scouting, or what does scouting entail?
Um,
In terms of how one can become a scout, what to look out for when scouting footballers.
well, I started personally 2 years ago when I was 18, and like the way I started, I just like to see talents, maybe in Football Manager and stuff, and I just started to write in the social media. And the best thing to do is to write a lot of reports because that's the way you can get more football terms. You start to use more, and you also improve your attention to players, to details, on and off the ball. And I think that's how you should start. First of all, to get the exposure you need, but besides, of course, to improve professionally as a scout, also to create connections, networking is extremely important to get into clubs, agencies, everything. So it's these three parameters: connection, exposure, and professionalism, of course.
All right. So talking about scouting, are there like any international bodies that have to recognize you as a scout to be able to work internationally?
No, no, there are no certifications, no courses, nothing. You can just become scout today. It's just about you, about your passion. If you have that eye to see players, also today in modern football, it's really important to have abilities of
Yeah.
data analysis, because today scouting is like scouting and analysis together. You also scout the player and you also analyze him. If he plays in Europe, you have more variety of data. So you scout the player while analyze these heat maps, for example, or amount of key passes, these things. So it's
Yeah.
kind of everything together, and you need to learn those things. There are many courses on YouTube, everything. That's how I started.
Yeah. All right. We know scouting just doesn't end on you identifying a player. What goes into identify after identifying a player and then recommending such a player for other clubs? What processes does it involve to recommend a particular player to a particular club?
So the process itself is dependent from between clubs. For example, one club sends you players to watch in video, and then another scouts watch him in video, and another one. And if the three scouts or two liked him, then they go to the stadium to watch him live. It's called live scouting. That's the difference between live scouting and video scouting. Live scouting is like the end product,
Yeah.
the final test.
Yeah.
And if they like the chief or the director like the player in live scouting, so then they start negotiation with the agent, with the family, everything involved.
All
That's
right.
how it
So
goes.
you came to Ghana for live scouting.
Yes,
That means you have a few players in mind already.
yes, yes. More
So
than a few. Yeah.
you had names before arriving here in Ghana.
No, I don't. I didn't really have the team sheets before I came here.
Uh,
But since the first day, I saw many interesting players. Then I watched them again, watch them again, watch them again, because each team plays like five matches here,
yeah.
and you see the same talents keep doing the same again.
Yeah.
So you trust them more.
Yeah.
And I think it's what makes them so special, the consistency,
Yeah.
because it's also so it can be quite pressing
Yeah.
when people from abroad come to see you,
Yeah.
but they are so mentally mature and
Yeah.
everything. They are really strong mentally, so they keep doing the same. That's why I like them. They are so tough and aggressive. So shout out to them.
All right.
Yeah.
So when you talk about scouting them being tough and showing most of their stuff on the pitch, how long does the process of negotiating for a player take to a particular club outside?
It can take a day, it can take months, it can take years. It really depends between players, agents. Like some agents and clubs like to work with specific people. They don't like to work with any
Any,
agent that it
yeah,
appears.
yeah.
So they have their people, but not all of the clubs are like that. So it really depends. Yeah.
All right. So when the final will be up soon, who do you predict will take will basically take first in the tournament?
WAFA, too easy. They're just too good. They are
So is there a standout team in the WAFA team?
Look, the WAFA team is really special. They go to tournaments in Europe, Bayern Munich, Salzburg. They win everyone. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They are so talented. They are so organized. They are just like I don't know. They can play maybe in Europe youth league. It's crazy. They are so talented. Yeah, that's the problem that they are so good and the other teams are like, they're quite new and they don't have the financial means that WAFA has of that connection. So
Yeah.
the quality is just too high.
Would you say you would have loved to see Bright to win here after seeing the qualities of offer?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the try to dream are now in tournaments in Sweden. So they always play in tournaments in Europe, not really in Ghana. So it would be really cool to see them here. But I also understand that they have their own partnerships with clubs in Europe. So that's why they play mostly abroad and not here. But WAFA for itself is amazing. Dreams are amazing. Shooting Stars, Asanska, Vim, many interesting academies came here. So it's good to see the talent.
All right. So thank you so much for being on today's episode of Sports with a Call. What would you say of the last few words?
First of all, thank you for the invitation. Really good questions. You were well prepared, and I invite you, all of you, to follow his channel because he's the best. I can just recommend him. I will also share it on Twitter so another people will follow you. And thank you for the invitation.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. So, guys, today's episode of Sports with a Call has been, I think, great and different to what we have seen so far. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, you can see many more interviews coming out. Thank you, guys. That's it, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next upload on Tuesday.